Hello everyone, welcome to another live video in the car. I decided to rent a car again for another week, do some more car videos, some more exploring, taking you with me. This time I got this Volkswagen Golf R. It's alright, not too bad. Although it is a manual car. So I am shifting the gears, shall we say. But yeah. What happens is when you get involved with these narcissists, they put you under a spell. They trap you in their web, making you believe certain things about yourself, making you believe that you need them and you're just not good enough on your own. You can't do without them. And then at the same time, there's something wrong with you. There's something bad about you. No one would really want you. No one would love you. No one would give you a chance, but they do. And they shouldn't be there for you, but they are. You don't really deserve their help, but they're giving it to you. And you're very lucky, very fortunate to get these breadcrumbs from them, or even just an ounce of hope for the future that something could happen eventually. This is how the story goes when you're involved with a narcissist. And you really are just settling for crumbs, You're settling for things that are far beneath your worth, far beneath the value of what you are providing to the narcissist. You really have to look quite deep into the psychology behind this to fully grasp, just what you're providing to the narcissist, because you quite literally are their life force. You are their sustenance. You are everything to them. That's why they put in such effort to manipulate, to control, to keep you trapped. Because even they know that at some level. They're getting a lot out of you. They're getting emotional stability. Just think about that, stability. How can you do anything in your life if you're full of anxiety, full of stress? How can you think straight? How can you accomplish anything in life? You can't. It's impossible, because you're always going to be distracted. And we all know this because we all go through it with a narcissist. They destabilize us and we can't do anything. We are immobilized. But it's the narcissist who is typically like that. That's how they make it that way for us. So normally and naturally, they can't really do anything. Everything that they appear to do, whether they're the life of the party, they have all of these people around them, all of these friends, and perhaps even material success. This is actually all being generated by you. It really is. You don't see it that way because they've made you doubt yourself. They've made you think that something is wrong with you. So you're never thinking about what you might be providing to them. But this is what you do. And this is why they keep you under a spell, because it is serving them. It's doing so much for them. It really is. For them to keep you contained under the spell, for them to trap you. It's validation. It's a sense of superiority, a belief in their false character. And that's really all that a person needs to succeed, is just people to believe in them. People to just be delusional and to give them unconditional love. That's really all that it takes. And that's what you give to the narcissist, and all you get back in return is abuse. But yeah, this is how they trap you. This is how they put you under a spell, is through getting you to doubt yourself, to where you then dissociate, you disconnect from who you are. So whatever they get you to do after that point isn't even you, aren't things that you would normally do. Because what happens is, once they make you insecure, they get you to doubt yourself, they establish authority and control over you, and then you're just going along with it out of fear or shame or even guilt, out of a sense of obligation. And people will do pretty much anything. I mean, really, yes, anything that authority tells them to do. Often even without question. And many experiments have been done on this. People will do anything that authority tells them to do. And so you remain stuck, trapped in a situation that is no good for you. And what really just, cements you in this is that they give you this future faking, this hope for the future, that at some point things might change if you just keep going along with it. And of course, once you've been trained to doubt yourself, you're really just set up to fail at that point. Because people who experience guilt and shame, and they're depressed, anxious, a desperate man will clutch at a straw. And then that's when they've got you. They tempt and entice you. Because of course they know, once they get you caught up in the wrong things, once they hook you up to alcohol, drugs, prostitution in some cases, or doing something illegal, then they know people are going to be distrustful of you, and they've got you right where they want you. And then they can really reinforce that narrative where it's like, no one else is going to do what I'm doing for you. Or if you want to leave, go. See if you can make it on your own. After they've done these things to you. So this is how they keep you trapped. And it's how they keep you thinking that this is all you deserve. It's just these breadcrumbs, or in many cases, nothing. All you get is abuse. All you get is sometimes just a let up from the abuse, and that feels like heaven sometimes. Because when you're being abused for such a long period of time, they don't even have to love bomb you. All they have to do is just stop abusing you. And then you start to calm down and you think that things are good again. And automatically in your mind, you're thinking, oh, they're not so bad. They're actually quite a good person. Or because they stopped abusing you for a moment. That's so far down the standard has gone. You see, this is how it is. And you're not even consciously thinking about it in this way, but this is what is happening. And this is what is training you to remain with the narcissist. Is you're just waiting for another few minutes of peace. Not even peace, just a break from the abuse. But you know what they can't stand? It's when they can no longer manipulate and control you. When you're no longer under their spell. Because they want to keep you trapped in their web, where you're confused. Because then they can keep extracting from you. They can keep getting the validation, control, and a sense of superiority. And that's all that they really need from you. So that's why they want to keep you doubting yourself. They want to keep you thinking that something is wrong with you. So that they can be the authority. They can be the one who guides, leads you. But really misdirects you. But when you are growing and evolving, when you start taking care of yourself again, you start questioning things. And then it threatens their control. So they become insecure and they turn against you. They start devaluing you, smearing you. Doing anything they can to isolate you. Because they want to keep you all to themselves. They want all of your validation for themselves. They don't want you to share that with anyone else. Because of course, you know, what's going to happen is, if you get involved with someone else, whether it's a friend or whoever it is, you're going to realize what you deserve. You're going to realize that you deserve compassion, understanding, love. And you're not going to settle for the abuse anymore. And this is it. The last thing they want is for you to naturally develop. And for other people to experience you naturally. Because these are all things that they couldn't do. They had to wear a mask. They had to fake being charming. They had to deceive people. They always knew they weren't good enough for you. They knew they didn't deserve you. That's why they couldn't ever treat you right. They weren't even capable of treating you right. But even if they did, even if at times they may have had the means, they could have given you the love that you needed, the understanding. But they chose not to because they knew, they were fully aware that if they do anything good for you in your life, that's just going to boost you up. That's just going to make you feel good about yourself. That's just going to leave you feeling like you don't need them. And then what are they going to do? Because they need the validation. They need the control. They can't live without it. So that's why they deliberately like to be negative. They deliberately like to withhold. They deliberately like to put you down, make you feel small. And that's why the longer that you're with them, the more that they just run you down. It's like before you got involved with them, you may have been feeling quite good about yourself. You had hope for the future. But then time went by and you became dependent on them. It's like you couldn't live on your own. You no longer felt good about yourself. You no longer felt like you were good enough for anything or anyone. And you just felt so lucky, so fortunate that they were there for you. But what many of you did not realize is that that was Stockholm Syndrome. You bonded to the abuser, to the very person who was hurting you. thinking that one day they were going to fix you, thinking that one day they were going to make things right. Because of course they don't want you to see them as they actually are. They don't want to reveal themselves to you. Not fully. They wear a mask for a reason. To keep you believing in them. To keep you thinking that there's something. And sometimes even when they let the mask slip, that's only for them to feel powerful by being intimidating. It's a tactic. It's to get you to back down when you start to figure things out and you want to walk away from them. But yeah, when you get away, you start healing and feeling better. That isn't a coincidence. It's because it's all fake. You're being manipulated and drained by someone who you would never be interested in or attracted to if you knew who they really are. That's why they hide themselves from you. That's why you can't talk about who they are. You can't talk about their real characteristics or nature. You can't talk about the things that they've done to you. You can't talk about the lies, the future faking, the false promises, none of it. You can't do any of it. Because that threatens their control. That threatens their supply. That threatens their source of validation. And that's why that's the last thing that they want you to do. That's why they want to keep you trapped in the webs of lies and deceit. That's why they want to keep fooling you. And they never want you to see clearly. They never want you to see through the manipulation, the fog, the web of lies and deceit. They never want you to do that. The only time that they ever really reveal themselves to you, where they let the mask slip, usually that's a control tactic. It's because they already know you're onto them. Or maybe they just got bored of the love bombing. You know, it's not as potent as it was before. So then they let the mask slip a little bit. But then before you know it, they put the mask back on. Whenever the narcissist lets the mask slip, you know, it's funny. Many of us, we feel like now we're in hell. And this is eternal. It's never going to end. But actually, no, when they let the mask slip, you could just be counting down the time until they put the mask back on. Because they go back and forth, back and forth. They can't find fulfillment in anything. It's all novelty. So they're always chasing something new. And often what's new is something that has now become old. So yeah, don't get too caught up in it, you know. When they're love bombing you, don't think that they're always going to be love bombing you. No, they're going to transition at some point. It's the cycle of abuse. Love bombing, devaluation, discard, hoovering. It's constantly transitioning. It's never fixed. It's never steady. It's never solid. It never is with the narcissist. Because their emotions aren't. They're emotionally unstable. Their emotions are constantly shifting. But yeah, this is really what drives them crazy. This is what they can't stand. And this is how you break their spell. Because what they do is, you know, they deplete you. There's so much. Drain the life out of you. Until you're then looking outside of yourself for something in exchange, in return, because you've just been emotionally starved, drained of everything. So now you need something. Desperate man will will clutch at a straw. At that point, they can give you anything. Make you think that it's good. Boost you up, get you addicted to it. This is what sex traffickers do. Not much different with the narcissist. And then they can really start blaming and shaming you at that point. All to make you doubt yourself, all to make you insecure, because that's how they keep you. And you just got to keep validating yourself, keep believing in yourself, just keep going. Don't look outside of yourself, look within. You just got to see it as though, you know, if I can give that to them, if I can make them feel good, if I can validate them, then what can I do for myself? Because you haven't given it all away, you can keep generating it. You can replenish it, you can recover. You may not be able to immediately, but just go through it. Go through the feelings, the emotional processing. Just experience it. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. You don't have to reveal your emotions to them. But if you're feeling bad about yourself, accept it. Go through it. Let it be there. And then gradually you will come back up. And you can then give to yourself what you were giving to them. That's how you get out of it, instead of being dependent on them. And that's what breaks that spell. And of course, you know, what can also help is if you do have other sources of influence. They can be very jealous and controlling. If they see that someone else is influencing you, someone else is making you feel good, they will typically intervene. This is how they end up starting smear campaigns, isolating you, targeting you financially, because they are really jealous. They hate seeing you giving your attention to someone who's not a flying monkey, or someone giving their attention to you. It's their worst nightmare. They cannot stand it. It drives them crazy. Because they see it as though, well, you know, that was attention, that was energy that you could have been given to them. And they're very insecure. They don't feel good about themselves. So that's really what drives them. A lot of it really is just jealousy. They're just jealous. And of course, you know, that's why whatever game they're trapped in, they try and train you to be the same way. They try and make you jealous. That's why they bring in the new supply. They compare you to them. It's all done by design, you know. It's all done with a purpose. Because, of course, you know, that leaves you idealizing them, thinking there's something about you. It leaves you chasing after them. So that's exactly what they want. But yeah, you can break the spell. You can pull yourself out of it. Start validating yourself. Start believing in yourself. Practice self-love. Practice self-care. Have a hot bath. Pour in some bath salts. Just lay back. Light some scented candles. Listen to some calming music. Go to a spa. Get a manicure, pedicure. Take good care of yourself. Just focus on you. They put the spell on you by disconnecting you from yourself, so that you're just floating in the wind, you know, you're just at the mercy of their influence and control. You're just going along with whatever they want for you, which is never going to be anything good. Because if you're not believing in yourself, if you're not validating yourself, if you're not allowed to take good care of yourself, then at that point you have nothing to give. from within yourself. So that's how this works. That's how they trap you. It's all through insecurity, not connection. It's control. It has nothing to do with love. You're just an object that they use to make themselves feel better. But yeah, by knowing this, you can pull yourself out of it. And I hope that you all do. Because if there's one thing I want for all of you, it is freedom. I want you to be free from the abuse. Just taking a sip of my coffee. But yeah, I believe that you can all do it. I really do. That's what I want for all of you. Is to be free from the abuse. But yeah, let me know how you're all doing and what it's like for you in the relationship. Are you still in it? Are you out of it? Have you woken up from the spell? Let us know in the live chat below. But yeah. I'm just out here. I'm out on the road, you know. Picked up this car. The Volkswagen Golf R. And yeah, we see we can do some traveling, just go around and do some exploring, making some videos. This is how we do. As Josette's girl says, I'm still in the healing process. Yeah, it takes time to heal. And of course, you know, we've got to do the inner work. We've got to come back within ourselves. We get out of it by going back within. There's nothing out there that's going to get you out of it. But yeah, if you look down there, you can see these birds, the geese. There's a lot of swans down there as well. I used to go down there and feed them. Maybe I'll do it again, we'll see. John Tracy says, any kind of growth or new friendships are nipped in the bud by them behind the scenes. That's right. You know, it's like something out of Mean Girls. They're real gossipers. They're like histrionics. They go around behind your back spreading rumors, talking about you, making you look bad. And then they gain control of these friend circles or families. when the irony is that you were the only good person there, most likely. You were the only good person in that environment. And they go and they kick you out. And then they're all being friendly with each other. Just think about how crazy that is. But yeah. If you'd like to support my traveling and doing videos on the roads, you're welcome to donate by going to paypal.me/Narc Survivor. I appreciate all donations, no matter how small. But yeah, this is the second car now. Volkswagen Golf R. And it's pretty much a brand new car. Got it for 1 week. It's a pretty cool car, pretty fast. But yeah, it feels good to be back in the car doing car videos. You know, it's just much better energy to be out in the open, out in nature, around the trees, and yeah, at the same time, you know, not just be just like kind of thrown out. You know, where I'm just like walking in the cold and, you know, there's nowhere to go. You know, it's much different to have a car to travel around in. So, yeah, I feel like it was a good decision. Get another car. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see where this will take us. And lots of good memories the other week. So again, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm off to the gym now. Gonna get in a workout. And then get back to work on my next video. So thank you all for joining me here in the car. Another Narc Survivor live video. Please show your support by giving it a thumbs up. And by commenting down below. I read all of your comments. If you're new to our community, subscribe. Click all notifications to be notified when I go live again. And for more resources on narcissistic abuse, check out our website where I post daily blog posts, and you can book a one-on-one with me on there as well. It's narcsurvivor.co.uk. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.